I know it's probably a bit of a blur. It's been a whirlwind since December. But what stands out to you right now? Obviously, around that time, late December, early January, you become Mr. McMahon's on-screen protege, which, again, that in and of itself is a massive, massive opportunity. But
yeah,
it's one thing to be given an opportunity. It's another to succeed. As you look back, what was going through your minds? What were some of the pivotal moments in the last few months for you?
So for me, once the whole me still in the egg thing happened, Survivor Series, and just getting to step in there with guys like Seth Rollins, Sheamus, and Finn Balor, and just be a part of that. And everybody knows the history of Survivor Series. And then going on to the Royal Rumble and being in there over 20 minutes. And then later being in Saudi Arabia for the Elimination Chamber and hanging in there with Brock Lesnar.
I'm going to stop you right there because it caught wildfire on social media. The moment where the Beast Incarnate F5'd you from the top of a pod in the Elimination Chamber. Was that the scariest moment of your adult life?
It absolutely was. It absolutely was. And just to the fear of I remember standing in the ring and Brock came out last and just listening to the crowd chant, Lesnar, Lesnar. I was like, we're about to just get eaten alive. This guy's going to kill us.
How do you stop yourself from getting caught in that moment? Because you're an admitted lifelong WWE fan. You've watched, obviously, many times Brock Lesnar compete, do what he does. What's going through your mind when that's happening, when you go, oh, wait a minute. I am in a WWE ring, and that guy that I grew up terrified of is coming to kick my ass now. But you still know there's a job to do. You still have to perform and be on. How do you separate that? How do you keep it all together?
I feel like in a way I don't. I mean, I was running from him. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? This is now going to be a steel cage match because I'm getting the hell out of here. And that didn't work out too well for me. And I think that was one of the scariest moments in that match or so far in my career, was being that high up and having my head out of the Elimination Chamber and literally looking down and seeing Brock on the floor. And then next thing I know, as soon as I look back down, he's just grabbing my legs. And I'm like, what? How does a human move that fast?
Everybody I've ever talked to about Lesnar says the same thing. It's almost the same story that Seth Rollins told me. There was a triple threat a few years back. It was Rollins, Cena, and Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. I don't remember the year. And there was a point where Rollins jumped over the barricade and Brock hurdled the barricade and grabbed him. And I was talking to Rollins after the match. I said, it looked like you were genuinely running for your life. And he goes, oh, I was. I felt like I was being hunted by a live tiger. And he said that it was the only thing he could compare Lesnar to with the speed and how fast and how big and overwhelming Brock is. Rollins went, I was legitimately running away. I wasn't, taking a half step waiting for him to come catch me. I was running for my damn life. And Lesnar still managed to yoke him up and then beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, and you feel like after one of those experiences, you'd figure it out. But no, that's not the case because I later had a match with Brock at Madison Square Garden, and it was the main event for the WWE title.
Okay,
and,
stop again. Stop. I know you keep wanting to tell stories, and I want to hear them, but the fact that you're so casually just listing these things that people literally dream of, people within the company dream of someday I would love to compete at Madison Square Garden, let alone against Brock Lesnar in the main event.
For the championship.
I love that you're being casual about this, and it's great and it's befitting of you. But I'm just saying, from an outsider's perspective, you can't lose sight of how amazing this is.
Yeah. I guess for that story that I was just saying, I have to be a little casual and cool because in that match, all I got in was a big boot in the beginning to his gut. And then but actually now thinking it was actually not that way. I thought I was going to do a big boot to him. And I got the big boot. And after that, it was just Suplex City and an F5. So, yeah, I was trying to play it cool, but you know what? Never mind. Didn't work out for me.
Like what you hear? Catch full episodes of After the Bell on Spotify. Follow us now and never miss an episode.